done.
The floor has been cleaned, right? That's all done.
Yes, that's done. But when you had your thing yesterday, that changed a bunch of stuff.
Okay. What would you call what happened to me?
A crisis.
Okay. What kind of things changed?
That's how we're trying to figure out how to describe it. Because it's all divine.
Okay, all divine terminology and experiences have, and everything has changed.
Yes.
Has it changed moving, bringing in more light, bringing it in faster, or doing it differently?
None of those really. It's just changed.
Okay. All right. Generally speaking, how are different ones dealing with it?
Everyone's adjusting.
Everybody's just in the adjusting period.
Yes,
Okay.
They haven't quite figured out how they feel about it yet.
All right.
They're just still trying to find their footing.
All right. Did the other weavers step in and bring assistance?
Yes, but they didn't take part in the surgery.
Oh, of course not. No, I didn't think they would.
But they did give assistance in some way.
Okay.
Sort of like when you have a surgery, you have people watching. They were watching.
How is the universe of the souls doing with everything that's changing?
It's also adjusting. Actually, it's more adapting. We don't even get if it's adapting for the better or for the worse, but it's adapting because it's in the early stage.
Okay. Here's the thing.
Well, we're set for the worst because we don't know if there's anyone's going to try to take advantage of it.
Ah.
We don't know that yet.
That would not be wise.
We know the universe of the souls. So we're keeping an eye out on the universe of the soul, keeping a scan going.
Okay.
See if anyone tries to pop up, because we don't know yet if they're going to. So we can't really nip it in the bud until there's a bud. Or if a bud even pops up. We're hoping they won't, but we know the universe of the souls.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to talk to you about what happened yesterday. We are so sorry. We're so sorry we didn't listen.
Okay. The thing is, are you listening now?
Yes, yes, we're doing better now.
This is a many-faceted thing. This is a many-faceted thing, and
we are trying to understand what you're saying, because it's very foreign to us.
I know. But that is why I had to come here. Because the divine, this was so foreign to the divine. And this is the only way to help the divine to grasp.
Yes.
And
we're sorry we did not understand.
I know.
And we are trying to understand now, even though it's still difficult for us. It's a totally alien concept.
I understand that. But I am not an exaggerator.
No. No, you are not.
I am not, and I am also not someone to try to get a whole bunch of stuff just for myself.
No.
Take advantage of a situation.
No.
I don't try to make it easier on myself. So when I am saying, and also for other souls, when I am saying this is what I need, or this is what it needs to be done, that is the barest minimum of what needs to be done. And based upon all the knowledge that I have, and understanding the darkness and how difficult it is for the light to feel safe and to be able to grow here. And I know that this is foreign. I know that this is hard. And it's not that I don't love you or anything like that. I don't want you to ever think that. It's just that this is really, really
painful.
Painful and not good.
Yes. Well,
and so
our minds are starting to wrap around the idea.
Okay.
But we're trying to understand it without being contaminated by it.
It is very difficult, and I don't want that. That is why when I am saying what I am saying, when I say that everyone, every soul that has a specific, a specific thing, and they've crossed that line, they need to be pulled toward light. And if they can't handle divine light, then they go to the singularity. I am saying this so that you don't have to go into it and deal with it deeply. And I'm not wanting to burden everybody with the darkness that I experience here. And I'm trying to do this in a way that will get the message across clearly and exactly, to do the best we can so as to be best for both sides. And I am trying from even the I that am here can only bring the perspective of the I that am here, because I can't do it for everything else at this time. But the Time Weaver, full of self, can. And she is also aware of all that's going on with everything everywhere. So I'm not saying that I want to be the ones to go out and actually draw them to the light, or put them in the singularity and all that kind of. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that I am here, and if I say, this is what I see happening here, I'm asking that you trust me. I'm asking that you trust what I'm saying now. And that it's not up for debate with ones who are not here and not experiencing it. And I'm going to be very specific here. I'm not talking about ones who are watching it from like a television show. I'm talking about ones who've actually been here and experienced it, and who are in the light. Having ones that are watching it as a television show and giving their debates and opinions, it's like you're not here. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it is to experience fear. You don't know what it is to experience the sense that you have no value. And you cannot know that. So I don't want you to know that, because it would be too traumatizing to everything else. What I am asking is that you trust me now. I came here for this purpose, to bring this to you. Trust what I'm bringing back to you and telling you about what is happening. And it is not the time for moving through in the way that things have been moved through before. Giving them, do a little bit and wait, do a little bit and wait, do a little bit and wait. Do a little bit and wait is the pattern the darkness understands, and they know how to twist things into their advantage.
That is why we are changing things. Okay, this is a complicated matter. The thing that burst forth was put into the singularity.
The thing that burst forth, that made those sounds, was those sounds coming from me, the Time Weaver, or were those sounds coming from the thing that was bursting forth?
A little bit of both.
The thing that was burst forth and went into the singularity, was that of the Time Weaver, or was that something that was placed into the Time Weaver?
It's something you had absorbed. It was the darkness you had absorbed. It got pulled out of you and into the singularity. It was the stuff you had absorbed and were translating. You were translating the stuff that you had absorbed to the divine. And then when you didn't need it anymore, it was taken out of you. Not that you needed it in the first place. You were done translating.
Once I was done translating it, then it went into that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the best way we can explain it.
Knowing that which was gone was not that the Time Weaver was falling apart. It was the darkness was being taken away.
Yes. It's like we had to do surgery to take the shrapnel out.
Yes. Well, I saw it very clearly. It was it looked like the way we see pictures of as it was opening up, like the edges, like a nebula with like burning out edges around it. It was quite
Sad.
Yes. But that which the time we were experienced and you saw, that is what's happening to the souls here in the darkness.
We get that now.
And that's why I'm like, gotta stop this.
That's why we're changing things up. It's in the early stages yet. In a couple days to everything changed up. Just a day or two. We're not just changing the divine, we're changing everything. Every universe, every multiverse, everything. And we're doing it quite quickly, but it's...
Well, the everything else, the change can go through much faster because it's already was realigned.
Yes.
It's the stuff that hears.
This is like the last holdout.
Is there any... You know what I am feeling. And how much I love you and how much you continue to tell everyone God's going to come and He's going to fix it. He's going to come and He's going to fix it. Because I know, this is what I know. I know that if you actually know it, then you can't not do something.
The God Haboob is not quite strong enough for what you're asking. So that's one of the things that is changing. We are, it's not adapting, adjusting it. Like turning up the intensity. And making it longer. So it works more like a wave rather than a wall. So it crests. So we're prolonging it and turning up the intensity.
But you can bring this through everything else much more easily. It's just here.
Yes. So it will start slow, build, peak, and then wind back down.
That'll be very healing for the process.
Yes, because just having a wall hit you light would be catastrophic to some fragile souls. They would be... The light they have would be too sporadic. So this gives them a time to fill in the gaps before the peak hits. That's the biggest change we're doing.
Okay, and while they're doing this, there will be those who I will say like angels and others that will be helping them to feel safe and secure.
Yes, of course, yes.
Because as the souls heal, they have lost the sense of feeling safe and secure.
Yes.
And so if they can feel
safety and security is what we're weaving into it. Because that wasn't really a part of it before. It was more joyous. Not so much this peace. It was jubilation, not peace.